Let's talk Ohio State Buckeye recruiting. Five-star buzz out of Columbus. There's three big name five stars we want to talk about. Let's start with the number one linebacker in America, Tyler Atkinson from the state of Georgia. He's been to Columbus before. What did you make of this trip?
Well, we're acting up about this segment here with Tyler Atkinson on campus. He saw some acting up signs from Ohio State fans, or heard them saying that to him. He said that was pretty dope. Look, he really enjoyed getting around Coach Patricia, the new defensive coordinator for Ohio State. Coach Laurinaitis has been one of his favorites. He's really tight with the Buckeyes. Linebackers coach would love to kind of replicate his college career that he had at Ohio State. He thinks it's a place that he could really flourish on the field and off the field. And then just how Ohio State's coaching staff made his mom and sister feel at home. It was their first time on campus. Ohio State remains one of the major players for Tyler Atkinson moving forward. Obviously, Georgia, Auburn, Clemson, Oregon, USC, some of the others involved. But we know Ohio State's going to be in it till the end for Tyler Atkinson. Felix Ojo, the number 4 player in the country, number 3 offensive tackle, was at Ohio State on Friday before going down to Florida. And that's another one where I think that Ohio State is heavy in the mix for Ojo. He loved the culture, getting around the coaching staff. He's going to be back for an official visit. They're in the top 2 with Texas. There's some other contenders, but Ohio State is one of the front runners for Felix Ojo.
All right. Now, we also saw five-star quarterback Ryder Lyons back on campus at Ohio State. He also hit Michigan. Ryder Lyons has been at USC recently, Ole Miss. A lot going on in his recruitment. What do you make of it?
Well, Ohio State and Michigan are just trying to make a move here, right? Same as Ole Miss, because BYU, Oregon, and USC have been the front runners for quite some time. He nearly committed to USC at one point, but he slowed down his process. Oregon's his best relationship, so certainly the Ducks are in there. He's going to take an LDS mission after his senior year, so you got to view him as a 2027 recruit, not 2026. Ohio State and Michigan now trying to get on the official visit list for Ryder Lyons. That'll be the true tell of how the weekend went at both programs. Had a great time. Both coaching staffs loved hosting Ryder Lyons and his family. But we won't know how real it is for them until he sets up an official visit.
Right. All right. Now, those aren't the only big names. Those are just the five stars that were in Columbus. But who else that was on campus do you think Ohio State has a good shot at landing?
Well, still love my on 3 RPM in favor of Ohio State for local 4-star running back Favor Key. He visited 4 times this spring. He'll be back for his official June 6th. I think that's when that one happens. Derek Cooper is the on 3 Industries number 3 running back in the country. I liked where Georgia was coming into the visit. I think there's some buzz that Ohio State has evened that up. So Buckeyes, one of the favorites for Derek Cooper. He's going to take his official visits this summer. There's other contenders, but Georgia and Ohio State are definitely very much in the mix for him. Caden Dixon-Wyatt's a 4-star receiver from California that visited Ohio State twice this spring. I think the Buckeyes are setting the tone there. Oregon, USC trying to change that. And then we talked about that Glenville, Ohio State pipeline with Sincere Johnson in the earlier segment of the show because he visited Alabama for a day. Ohio State and Alabama battling for him. Ohio State offered his teammate, defensive lineman Jameer Perez, during his visit to campus. Now, he told me that Wisconsin still leads. Luke Fickell, who's got all those Ohio ties, has put the Badgers in good position for Jameer Perez. But Ohio State, if they're pushing for a guy from Glenville, again, they don't bat 1,000, but they bat close to it. A couple other high-profile defensive ends, Derek Coleman-Brusa, who Ohio State's extremely high on, and Landon Barnes from the Lone Star State. They were on campus. Ohio State definitely impressed both of them. And a new on 3 RPM in favor of Ohio State. Their top running back target in 2027, David Gabriel Georges. He's from Canada, but he's playing his high school football in the state of Tennessee for powerhouse Baylor School. Carlos Laughlin's been recruiting him since he was in the 8th grade. He's our number 3 running back in the country at on 3. He's the number 1 running back in the land at Ohio State. I think the Buckeyes lead. My on 3 RPM reflects that.